Hi, Nev Hyman here. Just going to read this email just so it can be transcribed into your language, just to make it a bit easier. So here we go. This is all about MBL and our 100% diversion of waste from landfill solution. So I'll just explain it now. Okay, question. If municipal solid waste, MSW, can be transformed into renewable building products which are inert, safe and useful, then why are we continuing to send our garbage to prehistoric landfills or mass burn incinerators for disposal? The answer: consider the ABCs of global waste management. Implementing the A, B and C of waste management on a global scale is the solution to resolving environmental, economic and social degradation issues facing all communities everywhere, whilst subsequently delivering sustainable and viable contributions to help to mitigate the effects of climate change. A. Reduce and reuse. B. Clean up what is still coming. C. Divert and repurpose all waste. A and B are absolutely necessary and effective. But C, for yourself, that is the only solution that is sustainable. I would like to share with you the MBL 100% diversion solution and hope that we can collaborate on this missing link in ultimately eliminating all waste, not just plastic, all waste from our environment. Please watch the following clip, A Surfer's Lament, and read the article below featuring the interest from at least one county in New Jersey, USA for an MBL solution, supported by the Mayor, the Commissioner, experts in waste management industry, and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. 1. A Surfer's Lament. 100% diversion of waste from landfill equals no more plastic entering the oceans. And there's a YouTube clip there to click on. 2. MBL, a scaled up but still decentralized solution for towns and cities. Another link for you to look at for the article that I mentioned above. Scroll down to New Jersey-based MBL technology, which touts a new approach to handling the state's waste. 3. MBL, a scaled-down decentralized solution for villages, towns and islands. This reply to an interested group on the island of Mayet, west of Madagascar, gives context to the simplicity of the MBL solution. Hannah, just keep one thing in mind. Waste and the improper disposal of it comes with it a huge price for a city or a county or a country, and especially for an island. For your 300,000 residents and economy and future tourism income, the investment of setting up just one MBL plant will turn that significant burden into profit and jobs, whilst simultaneously cleaning up the local environment and returning the pride your people once had in your home and your beautiful island that seems to have been lost, sadly. Following is an update sent to the other interested parties and stakeholders last week. Key deliverables for NHHL, Nevhouse Holdings Limited, in 2023. 1. Nevhouse, our unique Category 5 cyclone and hurricane rated eco cabins, homes, clinics, classrooms, remote camps that meet Australian Building Code. For further information, please email Nev on nev.hyman@nevhouse.com. 2. MBL, a game-changing waste management solution that sustainably and profitably achieves a net zero solution for MSW, which stands for Municipal Solid Waste, that is currently dumped in the environment in most communities. Since 2019, NHHL has formed a consortium of waste management and recycling technologies that will all operate under one MRF roof. That stands for Materials Recovery Facility, delivering 100% diversion of waste from landfill in villages, towns, and cities in developed and developing jurisdictions. The net result, in time, will be a significant reduction of plastic entering our waterways and oceans. However, the emphasis of the net result should be more about the repurposing of everyone's everyday rubbish, effectively ending MSW waste going to landfill and sequestering the inevitable carbon emissions. NHHL is currently in negotiations to deliver the MBL solution in 4 to 5 counties in the US, from Tennessee to New Jersey to Maine. MBL is not requesting investment from the county or the state to deliver this, just signed agreements to proceed, which will trigger the release of development capital for the projects. The solution is relevant for any community, whether it be a town or a city, in Luxembourg to Lima. The investment required depends on various considerations, such as if the plant is automatic, robotic, or chooses to be more hands-on, which equal more jobs. And of course, the volume of MSW waste that will be delivered to the facility each day will determine the scale of the plant. What can you do? Influence those in your network who have the connections and resources to make an MBL difference to the environment that is sustainable, profitable, and not a perpetual cleanup of the environment scenario. MBL is a scalable, decentralized system. 100 tonne, 1,000 tonne, 2,000 tonne a day, with capital expenses ranging from roughly US $8 million to $80 million. It is a decentralized system, therefore reducing the trucking of waste, sometimes hundreds of miles, to landfills or centralized incineration. In developed nations, local governments pay anywhere from $50 to $250 a tonne for landfill gate fees. This is after the cost of logistics. MBL will save the county or a council 30 to 50% of these gate fee costs. In developing nations, there may be fewer or no gate fees at landfills. When there are gate fees, illegal dumping often occurs. MBL provides local governments with a solution to their ongoing landfill disposal issues, giving value to all waste, making it worthwhile for trash collectors, scavengers, pickers, pemulung, and of course households to collect and be paid for their efforts in cleaning and preserving their own backyard. Watch this clip, link in the video here. Nev visits the 4-ocean warehouse Denpasar, Bali, Indonesia in 2019. An example, developed nations solution. In Tennessee, USA, one particular county is paying gate fees of about $90 a tonne to dump MSW waste at the local landfill. Our offer is, for $60 a tonne, trucks carrying 3,000 to 4,000 tonne a day will be diverted to the MBL facility, which could be built near or on the landfill, saving the county $30 a tonne. Imagine what this city could do with an extra $120,000 a day or $43 million a year in their budget. Example, developing nations solution. Provide the MBL solution that is a less expensive alternative for local governments for diversion of waste from landfill. Following is an initiative to pay locals to collect all plastic from their immediate environment. I had hoped to establish a pilot CRPP facility in Bali in 2019. CRPP stands for Composite Recycled Plastic Panels. The idea was POP house, plastic offset points, collection hub houses. An example, locals might say, I want to buy POPs, plastic offset points, to encourage others to help clean my local area, my backyard, my river, my beach, and help the planet a little bit. POP mirrors the successful 4Ocean crowdfunding initiative that empowers locals to clean their beaches, lakes and rivers. But what to do with the tons of plastic collected? Villagers bring their POP bags to the POP house containing 10 kilograms of plastic to be shredded, weighed and paid for using Plastic Bank's smartphone blockchain system. POP house funds raised go toward delivering further POP houses, collection hubs containing shredders and grinder equipment. POP house soon will become a global phenomenon where plastic is collected, processed and delivered to the local MBL community. From there it is transformed into composite facade panels and various products, ultimately stopping plastic entering lakes, rivers and our oceans. MSW waste is a loss leader in every negative sense of the word. The problem, every local government anywhere needs a budget to deal with waste management. Solution, MBL will reduce that budgetary loss significantly. But who really wants to invest in waste management? It's just not sexy at all. Out of sight, out of mind syndrome maybe. In many places, it's not out of sight at all. Resolving the plastic in our oceans issue is very sexy though, right? Just look at the Boyan Slats ocean and river cleanup phenomenon. $30 million was funded by the likes of Peter Thiel, and 10 years later, with arguably no real hope of a return on investment, the problem is not solved, just cleaned up, which is an important and necessary and admirable initiative just the same. Is there significant return on investment benefits with an MBL initiative? Yes. For the investor or local government, if owned and operated, or as a public-private partnership, there is upfront positive cash flow from inbound waste before the day starts, which is then transformed into multi-stream revenues from the sale of repurposed products. For the greater community, what? Employment in local collection initiatives and at the MBL facility. And of course, a cleaner environment that inevitably leads to investment in the community for tourism initiatives, etc. Other upside? Carbon credits, grants and subsidies. Diversion is the only initiative that will resolve the issue of waste in the environment once and for all. Investing in this infinitely scalable solution is certainly worthy of consideration. Worthy also as a break-even initiative to resolve environmental concerns for governments, non-for-profits, impact investment funds, and corporate sustainability budgets, etc. Okay, but what about the Nordic solution of 99% incineration of residual waste? What is residual MSW waste? See below, in blue. Due to the fact that an MBL plant can be strategically placed in towns, cities, villages and islands with zero environmental impact, you will not need incinerators like the $650 million 41,000 square meters of the Amager Hill in Copenhagen that converts 440,000 tons of waste annually, that's 1,000 to 1,200 tonne a day, into enough clean energy to deliver electricity and district heating for 150,000 homes. This is state-of-the-art and delivering 100% diversion, almost. However, incineration ignores, by default, the intrinsic value of this waste and subsequent benefits of sequestering carbon from this 440,000 tonne of waste. More so, waste that could have been repurposed into value-add products, providing jobs in the process everywhere. Copenhill comparison to MBL's simple, decentralised diversion, non-incineration solution. Amager Resource Centre, ARC, is a non-for-profit public company owned by 5 municipalities, Dragør, Frederiksberg, you can read those, in the area of Copenhagen that provides waste management services for 640,000 citizens and 68,000 businesses, while providing electricity to 80,000 households and district heating to 90,000 apartments. In 2020, Copenhill converted 599,000 tonnes of residual waste into heat and electricity. In July 2020, all 98 Danish municipalities are obliged to sort and collect the different waste fractions: food waste, glass, paper, residual waste, metal, plastics, food and drink packaging, cardboard, textiles and hazardous waste. Note, for Copenhill to achieve their daily delivery of combustible residual, which means arguably what can't be recycled, that's what residual waste is, local material recovery facilities in Dragør, Frederiksberg, Hvidovre, Copenhagen and Tarnby remove their recyclables such as newspapers, magazines, mixed paper, cardboard, glass and jars, rigid plastic products like PET bottles, milk bottles, yogurt, butter, shampoo containers, aluminium and steel cans, etc. This is before they send their residual waste to Copenhill for incineration in 250 to 300 trucks a day, all paying gate fees of US $65 a tonne. This arguably equates to approximately US $41 million a year in revenues for Copenhill operators. Still a good result, in effect. In contrast, the MBL solution converts all MSW waste on site, removing traditional recyclables, and then processes the residual waste, sequestering carbon into commercially viable products, leaving a clean floor every day. MBL Technology, LLC, and their consortium of global partners, of which my company is part of, have a solid waste solution that processes waste into a consistent, inert, safe, odourless, and useful feedstock, fluff and particle, which is environmentally friendly, inert, and can be converted into renewable composite building facade panels, eco-building blocks, fuel cubes for cogeneration facilities and cement kilns in place of fossil fuels, road-based material, construction site hoarding and formwork boards, general site fill, and inert and safe ground cover. MBL is the Nevhouse Limited US licensee for our proprietary plastic recycling process called CRPP, standing for, as I said before, Composite Recycled Plastic Panels. There's a website there to have a look at. MBL plants, the MRFs, are scalable in iterations of 100 tonne to 1,000 tonne to 2,000 tonne of MSW a day for arguably 1/10 the cost of repurposing similar waste tonnage by incineration. Consider then the financial benefit comparison from the offtake: electricity and heat versus commercially viable products. Where incineration is working, like it is in Copenhagen, then let us applaud the initiative as it is doing its job and working brilliantly, turning waste into energy and heat. But for everywhere else with a waste management problem, MBL is a far more practical and local and less expensive solution for a myriad of reasons. Decentralizing waste management is the solution for the future. 100% diversion and repurposing of MSW waste from landfill for cities or towns, villages and islands. Please let me know what you could do to help and share this with whoever you believe could make a difference. So I appreciate your time. Reach out to me, and I hope you can understand the actual translation in the subtitles. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.